It's the last shakeout ride before the land between next week.
What do you mean last shakeout ride? It's the first ride.
Well, Nick's first shakeout ride as well. He's double parked with Red Bull.
The bike's so light without any bags on, like I've forgotten.
It's like Top Trumps, but Strava edition.
The goal here is to see, can an average, very unfit person survive an ultra? 520 kilometers, 7 and a bit thousand meters of elevation, the land between, with 3 weeks notice. If you're doing 200, you're out there in this cold weather, in the clouds, instead of drinking beers.
There's some people in some dark holes out there right now, pushing themselves.
I saw ice cream, I was like, no ways I'm missing that. So how do you want this? Do you want me to take my pants off completely? Or just pretend? I'm not even joking, I actually really need this stuff. Like, I feel like I'm on fire. Chafing. Saddle's so soft, but like, chamois on my bib shorts is just...
But what kind of hills do you have here? Is then the...
Short, steep. They're not very long, but you get like loads of 20% to 25% gradients. But they're not mega long, they're just kind of...
But now you still need quite a low gear to get up the 20% hills, right?
Yes, but so a 48 ring with 1036, which is a small cassette, will give you the same as a 39, 31, which is more than what you've got.
Yeah, for me it's, when I'm in the lowest gear, it's quite difficult to go on the steep hills.
But I said, so loads of the guys are running a 46 ring with a 46, that's 1-to-1 gears. So you've got everything essentially. It's possible.
When you're a fit guy, the one buy is fine. But when you're not fit, then the two buys may be necessary.
No, because the 2x doesn't give you more gears. So you can do easier gears on 1x. The problem becomes if you're very fit.
So where's the frame that you're actually doing the gravel one on? Is it the orange one? Oh, that one? Are you going to protect it? Still protect it.
Ben, what do you think about Nick doing 560k in one go?
520.
520k.
Don't add 40k onto my ride. But see exactly what
I don't know how fit Nick is, but
no, not that. I'm not fit. Let's not be under any illusions.
It all depends on how fit he is, I suppose. And that the easiest. But to be quite honest, I've always said this. After 200k, it's a mental game. For me, anyway. You can ride as long as you want, as long as you eat enough and drink enough.
You say that, but I'll show you something quickly. Hold on. How does the Strava thing work? Year to date, 101 hours of a total distance of 2,075 kilometers. Total climbing, 19,959 meters. I'm not like Jimmy where I hide Strava. I just put everything on there because I'm curious to see what happens. That's all I've done this year. And that's including the last 3 weeks of panic. Yeah, I mean, so like I've done probably about 30 hours in the last 3 weeks of my 100 hours. So, yes. I'm going to be probably out there for 100 hours.
Rides, how many have you done?
76.
74.
Oh, yeah, but yours long. Time, 101 hours.
149 hours.
Yeah, so you do long rides. I commute to work twice a day, and that counts as my hours.
What's your distance?
2,075.
3,500.
Exactly. Elevation gain, 19,000.
40,000.
Yeah, see, exactly. So that's it. I'm less than half as fit as you. And my last year looked even worse.
It's like Top Trumps, but Strava edition.
Longest ride.
Oh, hang on. Longest ride, 215k.
232. Got a winner.
Trumped me.
Do you think I should join in this?
Fastest
Yeah, alright, okay.
year to date. Her rides, 105.
105 rides, what have you got?
74? Is that all you've done?
105 rides, yeah?
Yeah, but wait for the next one. Hours?
Hours, 149 hours.
631 and 31 minutes.
631 hours.
6 times the amount of hours.
Distance?
Distance, 3,000 kilometers.
10,000.
Nearly
7,000
7,000 miles.
What's that? 10,000k?
110,000k.
What?
You got a new helmet?
I have got a new helmet. Do you like it? It's at least 6 watts faster than my previous helmet.
If I got 6 watts at this moment, I'll double my watts. So yes, I need to get one of them helmets as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm putting on this bike. And what I'm not putting on. What's in here? So, first things is frame set. I'm going with, this is a prototype, but it's a Battalion Cortina. So it's a new titanium and carbon gravel bike with, they say 700 by 50 mil tire clearance, but I know it'll take up to 60 mil. But obviously we can't advertise that. So the idea is to test this bike out and see how durable it is. So I thought there's no better frame to actually smash around than this. Group set wise, I can't decide. So I've got GX and Force for transmission. Big difference is that will only go up to a 46.2 cassette, and the GX will go up to 52. So I'm leaning towards this one. You said to go for this one because it's going to be more road, but I don't think the jumps is important to me. So
no matter what, you're going to be walking at some point.
Yes, but I want to be able to ride as much as possible and not suffer. So I don't know. What do you think? I'm deciding. I'm going with that one. Then the next thing is pedals. I'm sticking with Crunk Brother pedals. Saddle wise, I've got a few options. I've got my Physique 3D printed Sailor Italia and the Ergon. But I was thinking out of these, that one's by far the softest. I'm going to go with the Ergon Comp. Brake calipers. So I've been running Force, the old Force ones, and I've got some rival ones as well, and Red, that are good. But the issue that I've noticed lately is my hands are too big for the levers. So the pressure just goes through my hands over there. Where with the new levers, which I've got on my road bike as well, they are longer. So my hand just pressure-wise is better. And the brakes on them are really, really good. So I think possibly put the Force ones on. They've got buttons as well, which I don't know, we can make it do stuff. And then next bit was chain set. I don't think, yeah, I want to go smaller, possibly. So options on that is I can go use my old Red cranks, which are really light, and I've got quite a few chain rings that can go on there. Or also very light titanium E wings, which is what I will probably eventually put on the bike permanently. I've got some 5-dev ones I bought last month, but I want to save that for a new bike, so I don't know if I want to ruin them on my first ride. And the only other option is I've got a Force power meter. The next very important bit's going to be seat post. So I've got the dropper post in at the moment.
Comfort is fast.
This one. It's going to look funny on the bike though, because it's 27.2 and 31 into 31.6, but I suppose we're not worried about if it looks funny, we're more worried about...
Well, we either go comfort with tyres or comfort with suspension.
The next thing is going to be handlebars. This is what I ride on every single gravel bike I've had for the last 4 years. Redshift stem with my zip handlebars. I've got these, the same stem, but carbon bars. It's slightly more comfortable on top. Going to be lighter, not that weight matters. I've got another set of alloy ones, but just with the standard zip stem. We've got aero, if we're going to go fast, which I don't think we're going to need. My NB bars, which are really good because they actually flex a little bit, so they've got suspension built into them. But we can't mount anything to it because there's no space for any kind of grips. Or lastly, do we go Redshift? If I put this on, it's comfortable, but I also have this kitchen sink thing which I can put a bag in, or I don't know if that will work position-wise on my hands. Got these Redshift bars, slightly wider. They're also very comfortable, and I can put the cruise controls on, but I'm just worried gates-wise with the flare that might actually...
Cruise control grips are a must.
Oh, I'm going to put cruise controls on, it's just deciding. If I go zip, I can't put the cruise controls on. Or can I? I suppose I could still. That's why Nigel's banned from the shop as well, because you know, it just makes noise and a racket in you. Or lastly, go for the top shelf. Not air at all, but I think these will be probably the most comfortable, my Zip 101s. But then they don't suit the bike. Or do we go my road wheels, Envies 4.5s, because they're light, they're wide enough for gravel, but also look nice. And bizarrely with them, crosswinds don't actually affect them. So I don't understand how it works, but yeah. What do you think? So 700C versus 650. 650 is my preference, I think, but I've got more of a problem getting 650 tyres than I do 700C tyres at the moment.
You've got lots of choice.
What would you go for?
How are you going to narrow it down?
I don't know. Well, I'll build it, and then you can come tomorrow and see what I end up with. Do I use my Wahoo, my Hammerhead, or the Chorus?
The best battery life in a bike computer
It's the Chorus.
is the Chorus.
But the best maps is the Hammerhead. So I don't know. But then I suppose
You want to show people on Strava that you have one continuous ride of 520k. The only computer that will do that.
that's the only thing that's important about this entire event is the Chorus. I know the Chorus. I can save the ride to continue. Have you seen this? On Chorus, you can save your ride and then to continue later. So like if you're going to stop for an hour, if you're going to sleep for 2 hours, whatever it is, you can just save it, and then when you restart your ride, it'll restart and then map the route together as one ride. So instead of like getting split things, it's one thing. If we like fall asleep in a bus stop or something, or in a hotel, which is probably what's going to happen, knowing me, I want to be able to restart and then continue that route. I think, yeah, actually, I've talked myself into Chorus. Sticking with the Chorus. When we do Strava top trumps again, I want to say longest ride,
Yeah, true.
and then laugh at your short ride. As simple as that.
Oh yeah, so actually, top trumps, my longest ride is 400k. I just slept twice.
Well, I'm gonna after this 500k one, I'm gonna go for Josh's record by just continuing my ride for an entire month of riding.
Do you wish that when you rode back from China that you'd just had one long ride and no one knew where you were for the whole time until you got back and just press save ride? It'd be a long map, wouldn't it?
I didn't actually have a bike computer for that.
You didn't Strava it. Exactly.
You didn't Strava it?
No.
So it didn't happen. Obviously, so like when he tells people that he's running from China back to here, it's a lie because it's not a
Only
Strava.
way you can prove it is have a look at the Daily Mail. And who believes what the Daily Mail say? Did you pay the Daily Mail to say that?
Yeah, pretty much.
No way, you didn't Strava it.
Are we forgetting anything with this bike?
There's not very many people who have faith in you completing this ride. What do you say to the haters?
Hold on. What did you just say? Not many people.
Not many people have faith that you're gonna finish this ride.
That actually assumes that there are some people. I was under the impression that nobody has faith. Not
Well,
many.
You've got faith.
No, I don't. Like I probably have the least faith out of everybody about completing this ride. But I think supposedly, for me, the big thing now is that it's not a thing about faith or anything. It's about pride. See, this is my problem. The shallow wheels just don't look nice.
Yeah, you are right. It does look a lot nicer.
It's just such sexier. So I think I'm gonna stick with that.
Nick, can I get?
All right, Josh. Yes, I'll fix your bike for you. It's nagging me. I mean, like, I'm not worried about your bike. I'm worried about my bike. The bike's so light without any bags on. Like I've forgotten. Like, okay, yeah. Should you riding with the suspension seat post as well?
I think I'm gonna ride with no TT bars.
Yeah, I mean, TT bars is cheating. What are you here for? Chain. I have ordered a wax chain wax. Biggest con of the century. The big thing is that I don't believe for 1 second you could be disciplined enough to finish a ride and then re-wax your chain. And then on the day when you need to ride, when you've not waxed it, you're gonna have to put oil on. I reckon there's a few people that are very disciplined and stuff. Yes, it might work for, but I think the average person, most of the customers I see in here, could never ever look after one properly. I'm included in that list. I couldn't look after it. I've tried it for a month. It doesn't last for 4 months because I get back from the ride, I forget to put more wax lube on my chain, and the next morning, because you need it to cure, you can't just stick it on and ride. Next morning I wake up, want to go on a bike ride, and then my chain's not waxed. But on these new bikes, the components are so expensive that I don't want to ruin a chain or a cassette or a chain ring because it's running dry. So then I end up putting oil on. But then to re-wax it means I have to take everything off, degrease it, put it through like ultrasonic cleaners and stuff, and then I'm back to, it just doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, kudos to people that are disciplined enough, but yeah, also it's better stuff I can do with my time. I want it to be better because it's cleaner and everything, but for me, unfortunately, I'm just not disciplined enough.
What chain are you putting on?
KMC. My good stuff. I'm doing this in a hurry because I'm more focused about my bike than yours for a change. Because I'm purely going down the logic of don't ride upgrades, buy upgrades. So I'm gonna make my bike as light as possible. How did you change your chain, by the way? Did you just line them up next to each other, or can't you, like you asked me how to? Actually, that's a good question. Do you know how to measure a chain?
Yeah, I just put the same length on.
In what sense? Do you count the links or put it next to each other?
Put it next to each other, but my thinking was
that's in sheer
be...
hope that it hasn't stretched that far.
Yeah.
To like, yeah.
It worked out. Got me to the end.
How do you know it was right in the first place?
It was the original chain.
Yeah, and?
You built it.
Yeah, okay, you got me there. But actually, yeah, that's not actually even an excuse either. I mean, I might just be making it up as I go along. Do you ever ride holding onto these things, or not really?
No, not really. Well, you can. I've just had TT bars on, so I've not done that.
Your suspension's so soft that I sit on it, it just bottoms out. If I get close to my house and it's dark, I'm sleeping there. Okay, I've lost stuff now because you guys... Hold on, let's see. What's in here? Yes, headset parts. Okay, crown race. Oh, we don't get to use a cold tool for this because it just slides on. That's cheating. Actually, that's something I want to do straight away. Switching the bearings out. Straight away, and then I don't have to worry about it later. Which of these? 1, 2. This way, and then I have to get new bearings for this bike. Some steel. Some steel. Yes. Now I had to strip both my other bikes down to get enough parts to build this bike with. I'm possibly going to have to strip the other one as well to get a few extra bits that I want to put on. I really need to like order some actual spare things for myself. It's an Ultra. Do I sit more upright? Do I slam straight away? Maybe put them on? But I'm really bad, and it makes no sense at all, but I'm really bad for just liking my stuff slammed. So, is that one? That saves, oh, there we go, that's much better. One space that looks the same as two. Okay, what did we say about handlebars? Carbon for lightweight with the Redshift, or do we go narrower? So go this with cruise control, and it's double extra width.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they've got the blips on the top. Yeah, because is that narrow or wider than my very scientific way of measuring? Yeah, so they're narrower than my usual bars, but I suppose I'll do more aero. Yeah, we'll go with these ones. Excellent. Stick it on. Like that. And then we'll put an extra space on top. And then cut it there. And we can recut it if needs be. We just found something else. Do we go for purple pedals? To match purple and pink bike. Very important for all gravel bikes is, and that's true for everybody, I think they've changed it now on theirs as well, on the new ones coming out. But make sure you've got a very durable grippy expander bung. I haven't loosened this off enough. It's not going to slide out because your expander bung is too smooth with the bump, especially with gravel. It just essentially moves up and then your header gets loose. It's much easier doing a build when I'm not filming it and you're filming it, because I don't have to like set up the camera or redo any shots. I can literally just build. It's also easier when it's my own bike because I don't have to think about sizes and dimensions and things like that. I just build it however I want. I really hope the hoses are long enough, but I've got some spare hose just in case, but obviously there's no way of knowing until we've built the bike whether I need longer hoses or not. I've had loads of people ask me why do I tighten them and back them off. The problem is if you tighten these bolts up while it's on there and the caliper is in solid, when you put your wheel in without thinking, your rotor goes inside. If you then tighten it up, you bend your rotor. So you have to leave this loose, so when your rotor goes in, it tightens, it moves the caliper, and then you can straighten your caliper afterwards. And that's why I loosen them off, because if I don't do it now, we'll forget about it later. All metal bikes need these inside, because otherwise it's just noisy as hell. See that? It's no good when riding 520k. There is unfortunately some bikes where you can't put them in because of the way the cable routing is done, but if possible, it is ideal. One. That just for added support. Joshua, the hoses are going to be technically slightly too short, but I'm not bothered because I'll just have them stick out the side. Purely because we're going to hurry. I will then when we change stuff, I'll put longer ones on it. Yeah, okay. These new brakes work so much better though.
Yeah.
I'm quite keen to try them out with the Jaguar pads to see how much of a difference that actually makes. Joseph has vetoed all our decisions and we are now building the bike with no power meter and we're going for titanium cranks. And the main reason was that we decided it looks better. So going with E wings, they're also lighter actually to go on there. Titanium, look at that, titanium, and the titanium matches each other, and obviously 83% of cycling is looking good, doesn't matter about power. I would also rather people not know that like, I put out no power for the entire ride by holding onto the back of you, but that was the first choice. Yeah, I think that's just going to look better. Plus, we have the bonus of me not having to buy a new BB. I can just use my XD15 bottom bracket that I use with the Ingrid cranks, because 30mm. So yeah, that's why I've got Joseph here, because he's logical thinker. So yeah, what do you think? Yes, no? Well, actually, I suppose I don't care. It's happening. So yeah, I'm just cleaning the bottom bracket. I'm gonna stick that in. While you're away, I managed to put some new little olives and barbs in for Shimano. Shimano. While you're away, I managed to put some olives and barbs in for SRAM. You'll notice these are silver and not red, because Jaguar makes them. Obviously don't quote me on this, but by looking at them, I'm pretty sure they're making them for SRAM as well, except they're just not anodized red. So, yeah. Let's tighten them up. I'm really annoyed because I bought myself a special ratchet spanner specifically for brakes, but then on the new SRAM levers it doesn't fit in, so I can't use it. It's one of the hardest things to film when I'm doing my build videos because it's so clumsy in terms of getting the spanner in at the right space, and it just always looks bad and difficult to edit. I've had to copy the paint scheme to look the same as my road bike, so that when we do this,
Why is that, Nick?
so you'll find out in the next video when we do the event. I think this is like the 4th bike I'm putting this bottom bracket on. Up here in the north, grease is your friend. Tight. Okay, and then this one, let's preload it. Back it off slightly. Cool. I'm going to take 1.5 mil space that needs to come out of this side and go into that side. The boys at Toe Peak have really pulled it out of the bag with this one. Have you seen this? It's a cassette Crombie. Wait for it. Oh, 40 Newton meter torque range built in. So no more guessing.
Who's your health and safety advisor with the footwear choice?
Less than 5 employees, mate, so I don't need to have health and safety. Plus I'm South African, so this is sovereign ground, so your English rules and laws don't actually apply here. So you take your health and safety and stick it. Watch this. I was just pressing the gears, look on the bench. We have to repair everything. I am at the moment going to stick with my dropper post. I'm going to see tomorrow, purely for the fact that it carries a spare battery for me. And if it's dead, it doesn't really matter, it still works. So I don't need it for anything other than it's an easy place to carry my spare battery. Saying that, if my battery dies, I'm just taking the one off your bike, and then you can figure out what you do. You can charge yours, give me an hour head start, and then catch up to me. Let's see. Oh yeah, it'll all work.
That is so good.
Well, who put you onto them, Joshua?
Yours truly.
I need to just figure out, unlike yours, I'm actually kind of need to work it where I want them to be for me. There. I'm going to cut these bits off. Okay, this is why you shouldn't wear flip-flops in the workshop, not because of health and safety, because I've had loads of people say to me, like, if you drop a hammer or something on your foot, what's going to happen? Well, normal trainers that most people wear isn't going to do anything for you either. But after hacksawing the carbon steerer, I think all the carbon dust has gone into my shoe, and my feet are incredibly itchy right now. It feels like I've got fiberglass in there. It's not nice. So yeah, for that reason alone, wear proper shoes in the workshop. Lesson learned. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna have to hose them off. So itchy. I'm just banging my head against my hat, my bikes. Top tip. Because of this, you need longer tape. But it's essentially the exact same tape as the Triple B stuff in terms of thickness.
Have you got any apprehensions about what you're about to do next week?
All of it. Like, fitness worries me because I'm not fit. I'm arguably the least fit I've ever been. I'm also the fattest I've ever been at 92 kilos. I mean, I could technically box in the heavyweight division right now, 200 pounds. So, like, I'm not in shape for this. I've not been training properly. I've had a busy summer of like just working in here, building bikes, servicing bikes, selling bikes. So ideally, like, this is something I'd want to train for. But I suppose if I was to train for it, I just always find some excuse. So I suppose it's probably just best to just do it.
Why did you want to do this?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't really persuade you.
You
very
did. It was impulsiveness of my side. Like, I'm impulsive. This is the problem I've got. I do things without thinking stuff through. My actual goal for this year was to do a 300-kilometer ride. But now, obviously, now my goal is a 520k ride. I suppose if you're in it for 300, you might as well be in it for 500. Where's the electrical tape, Joshua? My concern is not fitness, because bizarrely, people won't believe this, but if we do pull this off, it'll prove it, that you can con the fitness easily enough on a few conditions. So firstly, if I ride below 70% of my heart rate, so never really push into threshold, and eat regularly, my body can kind of keep going for a bit. Sleep and all of that's a separate factor, but in terms of just riding, so let's say riding 12 hours in a day. But that requires discipline, which I need to be better at. I'm actually thinking of starting a couple of minutes behind everybody so that I don't get mixed up in the start and trying to show off or ride too fast when you're fresh and not thinking about what happens later. The worry is hands, my neck, my back, my ass, my feet. I'm going to try a different pair of shoes tomorrow just out of interest, like which socks I wear, kit-wise and things like that. And then also eating the right stuff, because I always go for what's easiest, which is generally jelly babies and stuff, but that's not going to be best for this. I need to think of longer term, which I've got no time to practice. I can practice a little bit tomorrow, but I don't actually have time to kind of get used to this. Hands, obviously we're doing this to try and make it easier. The Redshift helps quite a lot. Why does that phone keep ringing? I'm going to ride with gloves, which will make it a little bit easier as well. But also the longer levers. So with these, it's just a different bit of my hand, so it'll go over there instead of just putting all the pressure on that one spot. Saddle wise, I'm going with a more comfortable saddle for pressure, which isn't too much of a worry. I think it's more chafing, so I need you to get me some Chamois Butt'r, because I've given some guys doing coast to coast my last couple of sachets, so I've got none left. So I need Chamois Butt'r. I'll need some tomorrow as well, actually. And then just trying to figure out my riding versus sleeping strategy, which I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I've got some ideas, but yeah, I don't know, like this is new to me. So all my years, I've been doing this bike shop and cycling thing for 27 years now, but I haven't been doing anything ultra-wise. Long distance is just not something that I've actually,
It's not your bread and butter.
It's not what I do. When I was younger for racing, training-wise, I used to ride 200 plus K every Saturday, every Sunday, but at most 220, where I never really needed to ride further than that. And also back then, I used to do it much quicker than I could ever dream of doing now. I mean, we used to do 200k in like 5 and a bit hours, where now it's 200k on gravel as well, which is, whether people want to believe it or not, is much harder, because you ride much slower. It's going to take, 200k is going to take us what, a minimum of 8 hours, realistically closer to 10. So my goal is to get to about 230, 240, maybe get some sleep, and then go for the second stretch, which also is a weird one. The route, I think it does 7 and a bit thousand meters of elevation, but from what I've looked at the route, 6 and a bit thousand of that is all in the second half of the ride. So it's all flat the first day when I'm fresh, and then when I'm actually tired and worn out is when I'm going to have to start climbing.
Do you know that Rich has created a new route that he's just released, because he's had to scrap the old route, and the new route goes like right next to your bed?
Next to my house.
It's like 5 meters from your bed.
My bed being what? My actual bed, or from...
Nobody knows this, it's just a route for you.
Just a route for me, excellent. Goes past my house. Excellent news. I suppose my bed is cheaper than a hotel, and my bed happens to be at 220 something kilometers in, so...
I think as long as you offer your bed to every single other participant, it's within the rules.
Okay, well, there you go, lads. Everybody's welcome at my bed. If you can figure out where it is, you're more than welcome to come. I have actually just paid off. I've got a super king size bed, so it's a lot of space. You could fit at least 7 of you in there. You see my new paddle span actually. I really need to get my new tool wall built in the next couple of weeks because I'm sick and tired of working out of a box. It's a massive argument, advertisement for Toe Peak, but it's not because it's just really, really good stuff. I really, really do actually like it. So, new pedal spanner, bottle opener, but also that 6 and 8mm okay, pedals are on. I suppose I need a saddle, don't I? This is also my all-time favorite seat post to put saddles on because it's as simple as that. Stick it to where I want. And then tighten it up. If I need to angle it, it's just over there, but this should be right because it's come out of the exact same geometry bike. That's what I had. And it goes up to 12 meters, which is roughly there. No, 12. Don't do that at home. It's too high. But that feels good. I like it. Stem skew, but obviously I'll straighten that out in a minute. I've been toying with making like how-to videos, like brake bleeding, tubeless setups. I don't know, just basic things. I need to just somehow find a list of like what people are going to want to see first. I'm very impressed with those pads.
What brake pads do you use?
These are just Jaguar organic pads. I've lost the pin now. Been testing them for a couple of weeks now, so I've just swapped them from my old brake calipers into these ones. I think they sell for like $9.99 a set, but they're organic, so yes, they won't last as long as some of the metal pads and stuff, but organic pads tend to not make any noise when you're braking, which I think is a massive plus point. So they're just much quieter pads in my opinion. Swissstop makes really good ones as well, but they are more expensive at 30 quid a set. So yeah, so I'm just trying to see how these stack up. So far really good. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the stock pads that come with the SRAM brakes. I think they are not up to scratch in my opinion, but yeah. So I'm definitely putting different pads in. For a long event, actually I'm going to stick with these. I mean, we're going to ride past this bike shop halfway through, so if I need new pads, I'll just quickly pop it in.
And you're allowed to get support from a bike shop. What are we doing today, Nick?
Just testing stuff. Got a new backpack thing that I've never worn before, with the bladder pack in from Restrap, which is very good comfy so far, but yeah, trying that instead of bottles. New bike, new crank, I've changed my shoes, new computer, so yeah, a new bike. I'm just trying to see what it's like, if it works, what doesn't work, what do we need to change. I think I'm going to change my tyres most likely for next week. Look at that, new camera. It's new everything today.
Yeah. Testing out a new camera from Canon.
This is much smaller than your other one.
Yeah, a lot smaller than my other one.
Just so you're making enough space so you can carry all of my gear next week. I can't be filming the doping, mate. Can you put this in my backpack, please? In the zip bit.
In the zip bit. What you got in here? Just worms.
Emergency.
Ready?
Yes, let's go. Are we there yet? Let's this week break up the route in sections and we film bits of it all together in the same kit. And then next week we just ride the first bit, and then you just edit it all together as one video. Nobody will know. We can fake a thing being like, oh, the track is broken, what are we gonna do? And then just, or we like get ourselves disqualified straight away. So how do you want this? Do you want me to take my pants off completely, or just pretend? I'm not even joking, I actually really need this stuff. Like, I feel like I'm on fire. Chafing. Saddle's so soft, but like chamois on my bib shorts is just grinding.
Feels like autumn.
Nice, isn't it? I do like this track. That is the way. We're having fish and chips.
Yeah.
Do you even eat fish?
No.
We are today. Are you having chips?
Yeah, having chips.
I'll have the fish. I'm going to take it to the land of the monkey hangers.
You'll not come through the tunnel the same as the cars do.
No, it's a pedestrian tunnel.
I thought there was
Yeah.
one. I've never been through it.
That was closed for years, but it's been open now again for about 3-4 years.
Right.
It's really good though.
Right.
Mm.
Wide.
Why? It's true they do a pedestrian and cycling one,
Right, that's fine.
and it's quite nice on a day like today. It's really cold. It's
Yes,
titanium tubes.
Yes.
That's 0.4 millimeters thick.
As much as that.
Yeah.
And you're both 5 for one. What's that, a 12 speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what speed will it go? Can you go?
Well,
This one's 12 as well. Actually, you can get 13 now.
Right, but what miles per hour are you doing? Roughly.
It depends on where you are. Like, we've both hit over 80 kilometers an hour off road.
Have you? Fucking hell.
On road, if you somewhere with altitude, where it's higher up, it's easier
Yes.
because the air's thinner. 115 is my fastest. Kilometers, not miles.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Well,
70 miles an hour.
169.
Yeah.
Oh, your motor is in. Hello lads, thank you very much.
No worries.
Yeah.
I just cycled straight through a wet cow pat. Mouth's firmly closed.
Not fit enough to keep my mouth closed. Oh, more. My legs. Oh, that is better than expected. I thought that was going to explode on me. Be in my back pocket. Oh, that's nice. White peach. Thanks, Adam Bradford. Now you're going to have the internet absolutely losing fit. Oh, this is why you shouldn't ride electronic, because the batteries die.
Yeah, but I've also ridden across America.
Have you ever replaced those batteries?
No.
No, well, exactly.
Good job I got 4. 3. I've only got 3.
What brand are they?
Energizer.
Energizer. Hope they work. Karnik is worried about you
Using my keys to...
getting your battery out. Are those the safe to eat ones?
Yeah, I think so.
And look at that. If you snap the gear cable, it wouldn't be that easy, would it now? It's easy to do with a penny.
With a penny?
Yeah.
Do you carry a penny? There we go.
Look at that. Back
Don't
in
even
business.
need you.
Yeah, but I'm here for moral support. I'm absolutely ruined. For the last like 4 hours, all I can think of is this fish and chips. Now we get here and the place is closed down.
We are in Hartlepool.
Yeah, but I wanted that fish and like, it's not just fish and chips. I wanted that fish and chips.
Nick, we're now in the Peloponnese.
I know, but also I want this on record that you are making me cut the ride short.
Yeah, I need you to taper for next week.
No, well, I can't taper yet. I want to ride to Middlesbrough, and then from there take the track back.